This is a review of set 75325, the Mandalorian's N-1 Starfighter. This set retails for $59.99 with 412 pieces, 4 minifigures ages 9 and up, and it originally retailed starting March of 2022. The first figure is this Mandalorian, which is the first time we see him with this specific darksaber. It's definitely been improved on over time. This one also comes with a face print and hair, which definitely puts it over the edge for me, and for its time was actually a really nice fig. Next is Grogu, obviously. This one was used a lot, got the nice rubber head, of course, improved on over time, but still pretty cool to get. And a really cool figure you get is Pili Motto, which is basically the Mandalorian's mechanic. She even gets a physical belt, some nice hairpiece, as well as a really cool torso printing. She also gets a little wrench, as well as a double-sided face. Next you get is sort of like a BD droid. It's not Cal Kestis's because that would be red, but it is actually a pretty cool replacement. You get a nice stud in the back. I definitely display this with my Cal Kestis when I have him out, so it is a pretty nice replacement, a little bit cheaper than the one that came in the buildable droid. So a little bit of a different color, but still a cool BD droid. So taking a look at the actual set and getting these figures out of the way, there's actually 2 cockpits in this set, of course, for Grogu and Mando, which is where I'll start. But what I think is actually cool is how you lift up, you get 1 stud in there. Here's a better look at that, but you can technically, if you really wanted to, put that BD figure from before in there, and it would technically fit, and it closes up all nice. Nothing's really like hitting anything or wouldn't be able to scratch anything, but of course Grogu fits a lot better, especially with his rubber head. Of course, that's actually how it's supposed to be. And when you lift this up, you get a nice interior cockpit with that stickered detailing printing for the, I guess, like driver's wheel or whatever you want to call it in the N-1 Starfighter. And you also do get a 1x2 that sort of, I guess, separates the legs a little bit, and a lot of people use it to prevent cracks for the figures, but in this angle that allows you to slide Din Djarin in there nicely without having him connect to studs. Then when you try to remove it, it'll separate from the torso and you can't get the legs out, which is very nice. But in order to get Din Djarin in there, you need to remove his jetpack, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is, and you can fit him in there. And since you'll have his extra jetpack, darksaber, as well as his helmet, you can remove this center part here, and you have a decent amount of space. You do have to separate the darksaber in here so you can actually fit it in there, and it's probably better to fit his hairpiece in there because, of course, you don't want Mando to see his actual head while he's flying. So the helmet does fit in there, like you can fit it in there all right if you smushed around a little bit, but the hair is definitely a lot better to fit in here. It's kind of hard to even fit the helmet. I'll have to position it in a certain way for it to actually fit, but I would definitely recommend having the helmet on Mando while he's in the cockpit, and of course that actually fits nice. Moving down the set, you have this little area, which is actually present in the newer UCS model. I believe they actually use the same technique for the stickered plaque here, which is pretty nice. If you push that down, and then there is a stud shooter in there, or rather a spring-loaded shooter, where if you push it down, it'll launch. I won't launch it right now, but it is the only spring-loaded shooter or any shooter like stud launcher or anything really present on this play scale model, which I would definitely prefer them to be more. Maybe they could fit into like basic spring-loaded shooters on each engine, but taking a look at those, you have some very nice detail, definitely the most detail of any part in this set. Very, very nice. It's got that iconic silhouette of the N-1 Starfighter. Of course, being a Mando, so it is going to have a lot more of those gray and light gray parts, which obviously I don't like a lot. I definitely think the UCS model adding the chrome makes it a lot better, but overall I think the yellow would look a lot nicer. But for what it is, I definitely think they should have made this set. It makes a lot of sense. Really nice ship from the Book of Boba Fett. At least this specific ship is trying to represent. The overall model could be a little bit better. Like some of the parts are a little bit fragile on the engines, and the overall like body detail could have been built a little bit better, but at the end of the day, it is just a play scale model, so it doesn't really need to have that much detail. Overall, I think it's a nice set, especially if it drops down in value after retirement, probably at the end of this year. I definitely don't think it's a replacement for the UCS one, but overall, if you have it, it's not a horrible set. But if you're looking to buy the UCS one, honestly, I think it'd be better to save up for the UCS one because over time, this is probably only going to drop, at least according to Brick Economy. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Have an amazing rest of your day, and see you all in the next one. But before you go, make sure you tune to my Whatnot stream this Sunday, April 19th at 12 p.m., where you can get a steal on sets like this brand new Jango Fett Starship. I have it linked in the description, so make sure you don't miss out.